anniversary of the expiration of the contract for New York City police officers. We're here to say to the mayor, stop traveling the country and manage this city.
Illegally.
Stop going to other states pretending you're a friend of labor when the reality is labor in this city do not support you. New York City police officers deserve a contract. Unlike the mayor, who gets up at the crack of noon every day and pretends like he goes to work, New York City police officers get up in the morning, we get up in the afternoon, and we get up at night, and we go and do the job we're paid to do. Mr. Mayor, you should have negotiated a contract with New York City police officers well over a year ago. We've sat at the bargaining table and tried to get that contract. We're now, unfortunately, on the way to arbitration because he refused to negotiate realistically with the women and men that patrol our streets. We want to remind the mayor that anywhere in this process, you can informally talk to us and come to a contract. How do we know that? We effectively did that our last contract. We came to the bargaining table hoping that would continue into this negotiating year, and it hasn't. It's just wrong. The men and women of the New York City Police Department do our job each and every day, put ourselves at risk each and every day. All we're asking you to do is to talk to us about a contract, and they refuse to do it. There's a message here today. While the weather is like Florida, and we feel like postal carriers, the rain, the snow, the sleet, the weather, the heat will not stop us, these police officers are here on their own time. They've left their family. They've ignored the weather, but they're here because they know what's right. What's right is City Hall supporting New York City police officers, and that hasn't happened. While we're patrolling the streets without a contract, doing our jobs, the mayor is inside on the computer trying to book a flight to New Orleans. Well, I got news for you. Our message will follow you to New Orleans. It'll follow you to Vermont. It'll follow you to California. It'll follow you to Iowa. This message cannot be stopped because our message is right, it's true, it's moral, and our police officers are doing their job. Our message here is simple. We do our jobs, it's time that you do your job. New York City police officers are fleeing this jurisdiction to other better paying jurisdictions. Last year alone, 500 New York City police officers said, I'm not respected here, I'm not paid like a professional, I am going to go to a community that'll understand our work. We're 30% behind what other professional police officers get paid. That's just wrong. This problem can be solved. It can be solved this afternoon if the mayor decides that it can be solved. But if he chooses not to, we'll be back. We'll be back and we'll be standing wherever the mayor goes. We'll be getting our message out through the media so that when he opens the morning papers, he reads about us. He'll look out his window at Gracie Mansion and City Hall when he gets here in the afternoon, and he'll see the message, keep your fake praise, but give us a raise. It's time the mayor realistically negotiates. We've been at the bargaining table for over a year. We were at the bargaining table the first opportunity, April 2017, the first opportunity that the law allowed us. What we're saying is start talking. Start talking realistically. Stop with the stalling tactics. Stop trying to slow down our arbitration. We can get to a deal, but we need someone to negotiate. We can't negotiate with ourselves. We can't arbitrate with ourselves. Stop the stalling tactics. The women and men that stand behind me today will leave here and go on patrol. They'll go home and they'll be the backbone of the neighbors in which we live. They'll be appreciated by their neighbors. They're appreciated by the folks that are right now walking off to work. What we don't understand is, why will the mayor's office not respect us, pay us, and appreciate us? So we'll continue this message, and the message is, start talking. We're working, you start working. We do our job, you do your job. It's not more complicated than that. Stop disrespecting New York City police officers. Because when you disrespect us, you're disrespecting the community, because we are the community. We support the community. We sit in those church pews next to you. We sit in the synagogue and mosque as police officers, part of the community. Our children go to the schools in this city. It's time you understand we are the community. And those folks in our community that have other professions, they support us too. Why won't you? Question.
You've been waiting months on PERM to make a decision as to whether an impasse exists so that you can go ahead with arbitration. What is holding things up in terms of them coming down with something?
Every time we go to negotiations or arbitration, the city opens up their old playbook and just starts to stall. We can get to a deal. We've done it in the past. We've negotiated deals under 2 administrations, including this one. It's about a willingness to negotiate, formally, informally, or through arbitration. The choice is the mayor. Unfortunately, he chooses to travel to Florida, to New Orleans, rather than travel to City Hall and figure out with your staffers how we solve this problem. Police officers solve problems every day on the street. You're in your air-conditioned office, you know what, it's time you solve this problem as well. It can be done. Yes, sir.
Last time, the police actually did better than the other units. They broke the pattern, they did a better job for you guys. Are you optimistic that that same deal will remain, and are you telling your members to hold back some of their criticism of City Hall and try to keep that contract moving forward?
We got to a contract that worked for the city and our members last time around. It comes down to a willingness to do that. We're not looking to beat anybody. We're looking to negotiate a contract that works for these police officers. The only way you can do that is by realistically negotiating. Other unions negotiate for their members. I negotiate for our members. So it's about getting paid a market rate of pay. It's about stemming the flow of police officers that are leaving for better pay in jurisdictions. It's about taking our police officers, hiring our police officers, training our police officers, which costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then being smart enough as a manager to say, let's not lose them. And you do that by paying them and respecting them.
Do you think that the backlash that the city got from the other uniform unions when you were able to get the 2% additional has made them leery of doing something similar this time?
Every time we go to the bargaining table, I always say, I'm here to bargain for New York City police officers with 30% behind other paying professionals. I'm sure other unions do that as well. You don't hear me criticizing a contract for other unions. If they get that contract, their members approve it, ratify it, God bless them. But I know what the problems are for our members because they tell us. And we negotiate for our members. What other unions do, that's their choice, and I respect that. What everyone else should do is respect our process as well. And that respect has to start in City Hall. Any other questions? Thank you, Evan. Thank you very much for coming out on this steamy day to cover this all-important story. Because when you cover this story, it gets our message out to the public that this City Hall does not respect police officers. If they don't respect police officers, they're not respecting the community. Thank you, everybody. All right. Listen, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking the time to leave your families on your day off. I want to thank you for going on patrol on the midnight and then coming here to support your family. I want to thank those of you that'll leave here today and get behind the wheel of a radio car, doing the job we're paid to do. It's important that we here today to send this message. It's going to be important we continue the message tomorrow. It's important that the message follows this mayor wherever he travels around this country. And our message will be heard. If our messages are heard, we'll get to a contract that shows respect to every last one of you. All we say to the mayor is set your alarm, wake up in the morning, and come to the table. Thank you guys. God bless each and every one.